Okay, here's another old comic book story I downloaded from comicbookplus.com. This is an amazing website you should definitely visit. They've got an incredible variety of old comic books that are now in the public domain, and you can read them right online. From Web of Mystery, September 1955, here is Deep into Darkness. Three men tramp through the lonely waste of the great North Woods. They appear to be hunters, do they not? But no, they are the hunted. Looks like there's going to be a lot of double exclamation marks in this thing. Some miles to the southeast, another band of armed men breaks up into small groups to scour the great forest. These are the hunters, and their quarry, the three men tramping through the woods. Meanwhile, well, you got us fixed up good this time, Fingers. You would have to let that bank clerk in that jerkwater joint recognize you. What are you yapping about, Mouse? We got ourselves a nice haul. Okay, so that guy's nickname Fingers and that guy's nickname Mouse. You know what? I want an old-fashioned nickname. Nicknames used to be a lot cooler than they are now. From now on, everyone just call me Lefty. Oh, wait a minute. I'm right-handed. That's not going to work. Never mind. The mouse is right, Fingers. What good is dough out in this kind of country? And us with a posse on our tails. Listen, Rock. I always got us out clean and sweet before, ain't I? Then just leave it all to me. You better think fast, Fingers. Yeah, them guys on that posse ain't gonna stay far behind. Hey, look it! See that cabin? Well, I don't know who's in it, but that joint is going to be ours before long. What do you know? I gotta hand it to you, Fingers. You got all the lucky breaks. I'd have swore there wasn't no cabin for miles around. Now, quiet. Look, there's some old guy in there. Yeah, and he looks like he lives all alone. Let's go in. Hiya, Gramps. All alone, eh? Eh? Why, howdy, gentlemen. Hunting, I suppose? That's right, Gramps. We're hunting for a place to park a while. Well, you're welcome here, gentlemen. Anyone who belongs to the great outdoors can always find a friendly chair with me. We figure to make ourselves mighty comfortable here, Gramps. Alone. Be careful what you say, and much more careful what you do, stranger. The great god Pan protects the forest people, human or otherwise. I call upon Pan to wreak vengeance upon you all. Aw, nuts. You superstitious guys give me a pain. Go easy with him. We don't want him after us for murder, too. What did the old duck mean by this great god Pan stuff? Who knows? I read about him someplace once. An old Greek god who's supposed to protect forests and animals and stuff. Well, he won't bother us now. Let's wrestle up some grub. Yes, you do that. Get to the grub wrestling, please. So, the three fugitives have prevented the lonely woodsman from getting help. Or have they? Now they set out for game, for even criminals must eat to keep themselves alive. But for how long, with the curse of the great god Pan upon their heads? You know, Fingers, I don't like this idea of the old guy giving us the business of a curse like that. Don't be a fool, Rock. Now listen to me. You go up that hill. Mouse, you'll go up that un. I'll wait for yous here at the crossing. Okay, Fingers, I sure hope a couple deer or three come around. I'm a-getting awful hungry. An hour later, Rock is plodding along the trail, but it is much colder in the woods now. I gotta get into some sort of shelter and get warm. I'm freezing. Hey, and another lucky break. I deserted the sawmill. I'll hole up in there for a while. So Rock enters the door of the sawmill to find... What? Watch. Hey, what the... That log! Didn't see it. Oh, my leg! I can feel it snap. I know, it's broken. Fortunate, wasn't it? That rock fell into a pit of soft, wet sawdust. He might have been more seriously injured. But I can't get up. My leg, it's killing me. It may take days before someone comes. Meanwhile, here he lies deep in the woods, unable to crawl for help, and fearful he would starve that the law would claim him. Help! So it looks as if Rock will pay for his crimes. But did the vengeance of the great god Pan cause it? Well, it was a log that trapped him, and Pan is the guardian of all trees and forests. Help! Meanwhile, the mouse has taken his position along a game trail, a couple of miles in the opposite direction. I don't like this. It's too quiet. Hey, I heard something. It sounded like baying dogs. Down that way. Maybe the posse. Yes, the mouse was right, but the posse is still far, far away. However, not far from where the mouse is standing, a great stag rears his head, listens, sniffs the air attentively, and, aroused to action by the baying of the hounds, he charges up the game trail, fear and anger welling up inside his heart. Maybe that's what I heard. A stag. There's enough meat on him to last us for weeks. I'll step back into the trees and pick him off. What in the heck? But as the mouse steps back into the, protection of the trees, he and his rifle become entangled in the scrubby branches. These cursed branches! If only I can get my rifle free. Confused, frightened, the huge beast suddenly lowers his head to charge the only visible enemy he can detect. Bless Aunt Susie! He's coming at me! What'll I do? The stag charges at Mouse, who, in trying to escape, finds himself on a dangerous ledge. He too is trapped, a prisoner of his own wrongdoing. Surely this is nothing but an untimely accident that befell the mouse. It couldn't be that the great god Pan was wreaking vengeance. Or could it? He can't reach me here. After all, Pan is the protector of the forest, and of all the animals who dwell therein, and Mouse clings to dear life to the edge. At that moment, Fingers, standing at the intersection of the trails, starts to move off in the direction Mouse had taken. That sounded like a scream coming from the mouse. I wonder. It was him. Mouse. What happened? Hey, Mouse. Get me out of here, Fingers. I can't reach any farther, Mouse. What was that? Bloodhounds. That means the posse's on its way. I know the baying of bloodhounds anywhere. I gotta get away from here, but pronto. Them dogs will lead them guys up here in no time. But maybe they'll stop when they find the mouse. Fingers, don't leave me. Wonder what's down there in that sawmill. Maybe something that'll help me make good my escape. Minutes later. You're a sight for sore eyes, Fingers. I can't move, my leg's broke. Now you can get me out of here. Busted leg. I can't carry you, Rock. The law's right on my heels. Fingers, don't leave me. I'll starve. I gotta save my own skin. But how could that have happened to Rock? The great god Pan. I gotta get out of this section. When they find Rock and the mouse, it ought to hold the posse up long enough for me to scram. I'll wade through this swamp. That'll throw them dogs off my trail. Where's that music coming from? It sounds sort of weird, like some guy playing on some kind of pipe or something. Now what? This swamp is muddier than I thought. I better go back before I get stuck. But for Fingers, there can be no more turning back. You've heard the word panic, haven't you? Well, that word comes from ancient Greece, for only the great god Pan could create panic in the forests. Could he also create panic at the disco? I can't go back. It's too soft. I guess it ain't no use. Got gotta think of something else. Wonder what. Yay! Now I know. It's quicksand. I can't go forward. I'll have to go back. But I can't go back either. I'm trapped here. He can't move. He found a firm ledge of ground in this quicksand area, but he can't go in any direction. It was only a short time till the posse reached the scene. After they'd found and saved Rock and Mouse, while some of them were bringing the fugitives to justice, well, that takes care of the three thugs, boys. Funny sound them reeds make when the wind's blowing through 'em, ain't it, Sheriff? Sounds just like music. Yeah. Say, fellers, let's drop past the hermit's shack to make sure those crooks didn't hurt him. A few minutes later, we find the sheriff and his men entering the shack. That's funny. Doesn't look like anybody's here. Look, Sheriff, this trap door has been moved. Yeah, the dust's off the handle. Anything under there, men? There's sure enough something under here, Sheriff. Yep, it's him. He's all right. Good thing. He never did a mean thing to anybody in his life. The only thing I could never figure was him always talking about the great god Pan. But that was harmless enough. Sheriff, take another look at the hermit's face and then look at this picture tacked on the wall. Did the woodsman know? Did he wait patiently because he knew the criminals would be caught? And he himself would be saved? No one knows except retribution. The great god Pan the old man talked about. A dead ringer for him. The end.